everyone doing?
Well,
Sleepy.
I'm here.
Daylight saving time screws everything over.
man.
I mean, we only had like one actual session in daylight savings time, so it wasn't too bad.
Well, like the last time we did like this campaign, the session would start at 1 a.m. and now it's starting at 2 a.m.
Well, that's your fault for living in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, where are you? Because I'm. Oh, that's right. Never mind. We discussed this last time. I'm saying because it went from 11 to 12 for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, we talked about it. It's like I'm on the East Coast, but farther off the East Coast. Canada has has that little
East than my country goes.
yeah.
Oh wait, so you really do live in an island off Canada in the middle of nowhere?
No, I live in New Brunswick, which is attached to Canada, but
I mean, if you count all of like Canada and America and like South America and like all that, that's technically one big island.
I was trying to build to like a castaway joke or something, but okay.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, thank God you didn't break.
But yeah, what do you guys remember from last session?
we murdered some merfolk.
Mainly because I was impatient
Definitely killed some fish.
and I couldn't be bothered trying to talk to them. So,
Oh, how we defrosted fish.
I was gonna say, wait. There was somebody that liked eels. You like fish?
That was Airless that had the grilled eels, yeah.
That's
yeah,
right. I
just-
couldn't remember the name. I just remember there was somebody that really liked eels.
that was me. Because I had nothing else to do in the marketplace, so I thought, well, might as well just eat all these grilled eels at the marketplace, fish market, whatever.
And Airless would not share.
Well, you didn't ask.
Well, not you wouldn't share with you wouldn't share with Horden specifically.
I said something about like, hey, we should use it for bait. And you're like, you're not getting my eel. Okay.
Actually, no. I went back and rewatched like the whole thing. I think the conversation was just like, "Hey, that gives me an idea," and Airless's response like cut you right off. It's like you're not having any. It was perfect. You did. It was before you even asked for one. It's just you weren't having any.
I have an idea. No, you don't.
Uh-huh. So that's all you guys really remember?
After that, we finished killing them, and that was that, I think.
We were killing them to rescue the mayor's daughter.
Wife, I think. it
Wife.
was.
Yeah, sorry. You're right. Wife. You know, one of those situations where he's an old man. You're just like, is that the wife or the daughter?
Well, when
Whoever said he was an
moments
old
like that
man.
happen, when moments like that happen, you have to ask: is this fantasy Alabama?
Hey, Utah. That's where they marry the kids off, okay?
Let me see. Let me just pull up Atelia's knowledge here.
I suppose, like, whatever happens in Fantasy Vegas stays in Fantasy Vegas.
Right.
See Vegas? We're going. Forget the daughter wife. We're going to Fantasy Vegas.
Cool.
Also, something might be happening with your mic again, Leon. You do sometimes cut out for me. I'm not sure if it's happening with anyone else.
It was, definitely.
Yeah.
It might just be the sensitivity. I
I was about to say, I don't know if it's my computer or what. Everybody sounds a little bit quiet, but again, I'm using my backup garbage Chromebook
mic
too.
check. I think it might just be it was the sensitivity on my phone, not my phone, my laptop. I had it set a little high, so no one would get an echo off my laptop. Am I coming in clear now? Am I coming in consistent?
Yep, that's fine.
Yep, that works.
Perfect, wonderful.
And if you don't want to have the echo, you can always turn on the push to talk.
That's usually how I have it, but there are times where you see, I have 3 brain cells, and one of them is always just stuck doing the Macarena. The second one is always off doing something else. I have no clue, and the third one's on fire all the time. So I'm gonna forget to push the button, and I'll just be here in my room talking to myself like an idiot, wondering why no one's acknowledging me.
Oh, so like every time when I'm streaming.
Basically,
That hit a little too close to home for me.
It reminded me of a joke I used to tell all the time. There's 3 kinds of people in this world: people who count and people who can't.
I turned on Tap to Talk. Let's see me mess up.
Okay. Yeah. You guys ready to start?
More or less.
Ready when you are.
Okay. So from what you guys remember, you were tasked to go and take out to go and rescue the mayor's wife. She was taken by some merfolk. You managed to find their hidden cave and managed to take out all the merfolk, and you find a lady chained up against one of the walls. And from what I can remember, it was pretty much just after combat, so there wasn't really much else that we could do. So we'll continue from there.
So is that lady the only person who's chained up?
Yep, she's like the only other person in the room apart from you guys.
Hmm.
Is she conscious?
Well, you can go and check. From what you can tell, she's just pretty much just like laying there, like or kind of like sitting there, her arms kind of like chained to the wall so they can't move, and her head's just pretty much just like looking down.
I'm gonna move in towards her, kneel down, and very softly. Are you all right?
She'd twitch a little bit, but she wouldn't look at you.
I very
Is she-
lightly
is
try to
she-
touch her shoulder.
Is she gagged or anything? Can she speak?
She's not gagged from it, you can tell. No. And roll for perception to see if you can see if she's beaten or not.
Me?
Yeah.
Perception. I got a 6.
As far as you can tell, she's fine.
Cool.
And as you go to touch her shoulder, she kind of just like flinches from like you touching her shoulder, and she like kind of like withdraws her like knees into like a more like enclosed area as like her torn dress kind of like falls down a little bit on her legs.
I'm gonna go over and cut the chains.
Okay, how do you want to cut them?
I'm just gonna take my sword and just swing.
Okay, roll to hit, see if you hit it.
Boop, 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 boop. That is a 13.
That hits.
I was praying not for a fumble.
Wait, aren't they chains made of metal?
Yeah.
So is a
I
sword.
swung a sword at the chains.
Yeah.
You can smash chains with a sword. You just gotta swing it real hard.
Mm.
So you roll a 4.
What was that again?
Oh, you rolled a 4.
It was a 13. I rolled a 13.
Yeah, but how much damage?
Oh, no, I haven't rolled that yet. That's an 8 for damage.
Okay. As you strike down onto the first chain, your sword just breaks through before rebounding off the solid rock behind it, and one of her arms falls down to her side.
I'm gonna like stumble a bit because rebounding,
Yep.
and then go and cut the other chain.
Okay. Roll to see if you get that one.
Oh, that's a little better. That is 15,
And that is.
and that is 10 points of damage.
Yep. So same thing happens. You swing at this one, breaks the chains as your sword rebounds again, and her other arm kind of like flops down. As you see, she kind of like curls over a little bit onto her knees.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person. As I say, there you go, dear. Say
Charm.
we're here to help.
Is charm really necessary? We're rescuing a hostage.
It might be depending on how hostile she is. She was just kidnapped.
Well, we don't. She hasn't
Uh,
even responded yet. I think I'd prefer to just ask if she's okay. Are you okay? Are you all right? Can you speak?
Well, you're still using Charm Person, are you not?
Let him go ahead. That's fine.
Okay. You see, she kind of like looks up at you a little bit with her eye, and she looks a little bit frightened from what you can tell.
And that's it. She doesn't say anything.
No, she doesn't say anything.
Okay. I'll say, it's okay. You're safe now. Are you the mayor's wife?
She'd nod a little bit.
What's your name?
Uh, I completely misplaced that. Oops.
Sierra,
Sierra.
Sierra Creighton.
Yeah, I know. It's just like I'll also need this later on as well. So
Right.
Must be hard working with like multiple phones.
well, I work with like phones for other things, but then I write down everything else.
Mm.
So
I'm with that. 'Cause even though we're playing on computer, I've got a book in front of me with everything written down on it.
Yeah, I've got everything written down on Notepad.
yeah.
Sometimes I can't read my writing, so I'd rather type on the computer on Notepad.
Yep. So what did you ask her again?
Are you okay? Can you speak? What's your name? Are you the mayor's wife? Something along that lines.
I'm pretty sure you asked her if she was the mayor before, and she nodded at like mayor's wife, and she nodded a little bit
Yeah.
at that. And
So what's
she
your name?
she tried to speak out, but like you can, from what you can hear, her voice is like very rough at the moment and like very weak, as she can barely make a word.
Does anyone have water? Do any of you
I
guys
was
have
about to say,
water?
I'll offer her my water skin.
Yeah. She takes a like. Well, she looks at you, and you like. She doesn't seem to like. She stares at the water skin, but doesn't seem to move from staring at it.
That's right, darling. Are you thirsty? I'm gonna like try and help her with it. Like offer to put it up to her mouth type thing. See if she'll take it.
As soon as you like put it to her lips, she immediately starts moving ahead as if she does want to drink, and like starts taking sips from it.
Wait, you said does or doesn't?
Does.
Oh, okay. So then I'll help her with it.
Yep.
Tilt it up and get her a drink.
She does take a drink before moving her head like back after a couple mouthfuls. Looks up at you guys and coughs a little bit to try and clear out her throat. Looks up at you guys. It's Sierra.
Well, it's good to meet you, Sierra. We were sent here by the mayor, and the mayor's brother, I think. Is it my brother? We're here to rescue you.
She'd look at you.
Yes, darling, your husband and beautiful mother-in-law sent us. We're just here to help.
She'd look at you a little bit confused, but kind of like just nods in acknowledgement and kind of quietly says, "Thank you."
I'm gonna attempt to help her up.
You help her up, and like, how did you want to help her up?
Like just arm around the shoulders, try to like help lift her, help her stand.
Yep.
And as I do it, I'm gonna say, "Come on, let's get you out of here."
She stands up, kind of struggling a little bit as you see she isn't moving her arms at all.
I don't suppose any of you are doctors.
What kind of set do I have in?
Jericho
I
was distracted
do-
looking at the dead fish that we just slayed, and was like, who? A doctor?
Doctor. Oh, right.
Maybe I would be able to help.
Yes, Jericho, can you get over here and check over Sierra?
Of course, don't worry. We'll get you out of here in no time, ma'am. And he gets over and I guess I'll do like a perception check on how she does, like how she's doing.
So you want to just have a check over, like, see what's happening?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll get you to do. Hold on, just bringing up character sheets. Look at this stuff. Original would just be just a medicine check, because you are looking to heal her.
True. That's a 19.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. As you carefully check out her arms to see what's wrong with her, you notice that her arms have actually been fractured in 3 different places on each arm.
That's not nice.
Ouch.
He says, oh my, your arms are in quite a bit shape. Let's get you out of here.
Think
Should
she would
nod.
be safe to move, Jericho, or we need to heal her here?
Don't worry, I'll take care of that. And I want to cast Cure Wounds on her. If that's, like, possible, I don't know. Does she have HP?
Every character has HP.
Nice.
I'm just trying to think, because it's cure light wounds, isn't it? Or cure
What was
wounds.
that?
Okay.
Cure Wounds. That's all I can do.
Yeah, so you can regain hit points, but it doesn't actually. Yeah, it wouldn't heal any of the broken bones.
Then I guess it's better to just take her out because like that's all I got nothing else.
Does she
Well,
bleeding
as
or anything
you-
like that? Like, is she stable?
Who's the strongest from us all? I hope it's not me because I have like +0, only 10 strength.
Um,
I'll got like 12 strength, so I'm not the strong one.
That would probably
I was gonna ask,
it's
she's not gonna like bleed out on the way back to town, is she?
No, from what you can, or make a perception roll to see if she's bleeding.
Then
10. From what you can tell from looking at her, she doesn't seem to be bleeding anywhere. But on closer inspection after the cure light wounds, there were bruises on certain parts of her arms that have seemed to vanish.
I don't think it's safe to take her through the way we came in.
You're right.
any other ways?
But what other way is there?
Well, I turned to Xiao and asked, like, would you happen to know how you came in here? We ended up swimming in, and we don't. Well, I don't think it's safe for you to be carried out that way if we can.
She'd shake her head a little bit and
Okay.
just look at you going, I was knocked out when I came in here. Woke up, they were around me.
does her clothes look wet, like her clothes and her hair and everything?
Make a perception.
That is unnatural 20.
From what you could tell, it does seem like her clothes have been dried a little bit. Yeah, clothes and hair have been dried. So it seems they were wet at
but
one
they aren't
point.
now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look around the room, see if I see any other like passageways or anything. Are we in like a dead end cave or are we in a tunnel?
Well, make a perception roll to see what you can see around the area. But from entering the room at first, it looks like it's just a dead end area.
13 perception.
As you do look around, you do see what might be a passage, like kind of like all the way at the back of the room to like the far left.
Well, there's a passage down that way. It does keep going a bit. Maybe there is another way out, but I hardly think that she needs to go with us while we search. Middle of a random battle would not be the place for her.
Well, we can't just leave her behind.
I would never suggest such a thing. Maybe that we could split up.
I'm sure that with the number of, with all of us here, she'll be safe. Like, we can still take her along.
The knight would walk up and kind of like look over at you guys and go, well, I'll be happy to stay here with her if you want. The doctor can stay back here as well just to make sure that everything is alright with her while you guys go and scout ahead.
Okay.
Shouldn't take too long to just look around, and if it takes too long, then we'll know that it's not worth going that way anyway. Need to get her back as soon as possible.
Is this room like have torches in it and such?
No, it doesn't.
Well, just to keep them warm and light the place up, I'm just gonna cast to create bonfire in a clear spot in the room.
Yep.
I hope we're not all gonna suffocate because there's no air hole.
It's a magic bonfire. I'm sure that's okay.
True.
I thought, didn't you say that there was like a couple of openings up at the top where there was a little bit of light getting through, so it wasn't pitch black, but
No, that was in the first part of it.
oh, okay.
It would really suck if we got a total party kill through carbon monoxide poisoning. But yeah, I cast to create bonfire. So
Yep. As you put down the bonfire, like not like next to the girl, but like kind of like near her, she kind of jumps a little bit as a flame just suddenly like appears on like the ground, kind of like floating a little bit on the water.
There's no need to be scared, don't worry. Jericho says to her to calm her down.
It's okay. I know exactly what I'm doing with this magic fire spell.
I think she was more afraid that because she couldn't see and now she can.
Oh yeah, it was dark.
Oh wait, we all have dark vision, don't we?
We were just
Just
talking
about.
to her when she couldn't see.
All of us except for the knight and her. Yeah.
Does that mean that we
I
were
didn't
talking
even
to
think
her
about
and
that. I'm
freeing
like,
her in complete darkness?
Yep.
To her, yep.
Maybe.
Yep.
yeah, I'm holding
Oops.
this flask up to her mouth, like, "Hey, are you thirsty?" And she's just, looking at it.
This is why Atelia's here. She states the obvious.
Here you go. I'm glad because I completely didn't think about it.
Why did you get scared when someone touched her?
I got you. I thought it might have been because I'm a tiefling, but
So as the fire kind of like sits there and starts to warm up the room, you can see she kind of like kneels down a little bit towards the fire and like kind of like sits near it as she tries to warm herself up. The knight kind of looks over you guys. Well, um, I think it's best if you guys go and check it out because remember, we want to be there as soon as possible.
absolutely.
Yeah, so let's go.
You guys are ready? Start to head down the cave.
Yep.
Jericho makes some bandages and puts them on her arms in the meantime.
Yep.
I'm gonna stealthily, hopefully, move down this cave.
Yep. So as you go over towards what now seems to be the lit up corridor and actually have a look down it, it does actually seem to lead somewhere. It's a bit far to tell where it leads, but it does seem to lead somewhere.
Is it going up or down?
It actually seems to be pretty straight at the moment. Like kind of like level with where this floor is.
Does it seem like it could be heading in the direction of town?
It like curves one way and curves another, so it's hard to tell where it's going at the moment.
I assume this is all still at water level. You said what, like ankle, knee high?
Yep. So it's not too
Alright.
hard to move in.
About how far am I seeing? Am I seeing like 20 feet, 50 feet?
You can see up to about 40 feet away before it curves out of your sight.
Alright, well, no time to waste. And then I'm gonna head off down there. Quietly, but as quickly as possible.
Yep. So you're going to be like quiet, so you want to try and stealth?
Ooh, nat 20.
Okay. So
My first one of
as
these.
you guys are walking down, you suddenly see Horton disappear. No. So you're walking down, and you've got Eerie and Airless and Atalia following. You both want to also make a stealth roll?
Not really, no.
Atelia will.
I think there's no need. I feel like just lighting up the passage actually by creating another bonfire.
Well, Atelia's stealth roll was 7.
Okay. you're willing to light up again with a bonfire?
I'm just gonna place another bonfire in the middle of the passage that we're in. I mean, I know I have dark vision, but you know, it's like, oh, where did Horden go? It's like even my dark vision can't see him. Might as well light up the place.
So as you're
That's,
walking around, you do light up another bonfire, which like shows that it does curve off as you're walking through. And as you're walking around that corner, you go into this open area that, like, to
Whoops.
one side has a like giant open pool area in the middle of the cave. To the other side seems to have like this almost slim looking staircase, kind of like naturally made staircase going up.
I'm gonna turn around and announce this to the party and say, "Hey, we found what we need. Make sure it's clear." And I'm gonna slowly start making my way towards the staircase.
Yep. Okay. Are you two still following?
I'm gonna look around the chamber. I think
Yeah.
maybe
As
look at
you
the
look
pool
around,
as well.
roll perception.
Perception. Let's see. A 1. Well, 3. I rolled a 3.
Yeah, as from what you can tell, it's just this big open area with a still like pond or lake kind of looking thing to one side, and you can't really see much else.
Hmm. Anything else in the room though, aside from the pool?
There's only that naturally made staircase going up.
Hmm. Well, Horden's going up, right? Up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go back to everyone else and tell them to, like, we found a chamber with a staircase. It looks safe. Let's group up there instead of hanging around these dead corpses.
Okay. Atelia,
Mm-hmm.
what are you up to? Still following Horde?
Yes, basically keeping an eye out for any threats.
Yep. Like, are you actively searching or just keeping an eye out?
Considering the fact that we are in enemy territory, actively searching. Like, I've got my bow out. I got an arrow knocked. I'm ready for anything to pop out.
As you're looking around, I'll get you to roll perception to see if you see anything.
That's another unnatural 20.
Lucky.
I got a 5 in perception, and I rolled a 15.
As you are looking around, you do notice there is something moving in the water, but it doesn't seem to be moving your way. It just seems to just be swimming around in the water.
So, like, almost like fish and...
From where you are, you can't quite tell what it is, but it might be a fish, it might not be.
Like, is it just the one or multiple of things?
You can only see one at the moment. There might be more, there might not be.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep moving forward, but keeping an eye on that. Just in case.
Yep. So as you two are still going up there, Alice has gone back to talk to the others. What are you wanting to do with that information, Jericho?
Are we sure this is safe?
Well, it's an empty area. There's no merfolk around. There's a staircase. I mean, it's a little bit better than sitting around near these merfolk corpses that are stinking the place up. So we might as well move there, just to help Ciara feel a bit more comfortable. And the other two are still going ahead. So let's
You're
just
right.
do that
Let's
first.
move. I turn to the knight and ask, "Would you be so kind?" and gesture towards Sierra, like, as in, please pick her up and carry her.
As like he like kind of like nodded that and kind of like pick her up as like a husband would a bride in like that sort of position, and like starts carrying her like towards that staircase.
I would still like to loot the fish if we didn't do it already.
I'm pretty sure you already looted.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I think Airless did.
Oh yeah, true.
Did I loot anything? I don't think I looted anything.
I remember it being like
Sure.
a few, maybe silver or something.
Silver. Yeah, I think it was silver.
Did I? I didn't record that. I don't remember doing any looting.
I'm pretty sure
I'm
you
not
did
sure
because I
if
know
it was you.
someone looted.
Somebody did. Somebody looted and got like I think it was like 7 silver or something.
That might have been the 2 fish that we encountered in the other room. Because I looted that.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because we didn't loot the bodies in the second room because we ended the session as soon as that battle ended.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Actually,
All right. Well, if you're going to loot those bodies, roll a d20 and a d100.
Oh no, that's a 4. And D100 is 74.
Okay. As you look onto those dead bodies, you find a couple, like out of all those dead bodies, you find a couple more silver and about 12 pieces of copper.
Oh, nice. You said a couple more silver. How much silver?
2, because a couple's 2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. As you guys are slowly catching up with Atelia and Horden, you two have started to walk up like the staircase. You seem to be getting closer towards the ceiling as it doesn't seem to like be any sort of opening from what you can tell from walking up to it.
It seemed like the staircase like kind of like goes into the ground, so to speak.
The staircase goes all the way up to like the where the ceiling um is, but like from what like as far as you can tell, unless you want to roll perception, it doesn't like seem like there's any way up there.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have.
roll
Guess
perception and look, see if I can see anything where the stairs meet the ceiling.
Yep.
8.
Okay. As far as you can tell, it is kind of odd that the stairs stop there, but you can't see anything.
I make sure to tell the group this.
Are you also wanting to roll, Atelia?
Yep. You said perception.
Yep.
That is 14.
As you look a little closer, you can tell that there is like the ceiling at that point does seem to be able to be pushed up.
I'm going to attempt to push it up.
Okay. I'll get you to do a strength check.
Ooh. That is again an unnatural 20.
So as you start to push up on like this, what like the feeling is, you can feel it budge a little bit, and as soon as you feel it budge, it just seems to just slide up easily. And as you do slide it up, it kind of like falls almost like back like towards you guys, but like slides back onto the ceiling behind you.
Kind of like a garage door does when you're putting it up.
Yeah. And as it opens up, suddenly this bright light just flashes into your eyes. And as you walk up and the bright light seems to, like your eyes seem to more like get used to it, and you're walking out there, it's just open up into what seems to be just this open plains.
Do I recognize the area?
I mean, you you haven't really traveled that far, so you're pretty much in the same kingdom.
Can we see the town from here?
Okay, roll perception to see if you can see it.
It's like one of my best stats.
6.
Oh my god. Another unnatural unnatural 20.
Really?
Oh, it was good.
I rolled 15 again.
There's something wrong with those dice.
Why don't you ever use that
Loaded
dice
dice,
in our
man.
other campaign?
I don't know. I'm gonna keep using this one, or maybe not. I'll.
And Horton, did you roll
Save it
for it
till
as
you
well?
need it. I rolled like a 7. I didn't get it.
Okay. Yeah, you can't really see where it is from there. You actually look around, and from looking around a little bit, kind of like around from where the rocks are, you can see that these like rocks are like where the like river starts and goes towards the sea.
I like
So
look
wait,
at the.
is everyone grouped up now, or are the other two still ahead of
Yeah.
us?
You guys should have caught up by now.
I look at the entryway that we just came from, and like the ocean, and like the beach. And I go, this is probably where they entered with Sierra.
Probably.
They would definitely have had to have some help then. More people didn't bring her in this way.
I don't think it matters that much. It was just a different entrance. Can we find our way back?
I couldn't see the city.
I was able to see it, right? Or
No, you couldn't see the city, but you could tell that the river that's running from these rocks is the same river you walked up.
I can lead us back.
Well, actually, can we find our way back to where we left our stuff?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I mean, you guys left your stuff at the river, so if you follow the river, then you'll get your stuff.
Cool. Up or down?
I mean, this is the start of the river, so it's down.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. Me being a ranger, I can remember the geographical layout anyway, so
Yep.
I can guide them to their stuff.
Yeah, even if you guys somehow manage to fail like an intelligence check to remember where it is, Atelier has like a map in her mind and always knows where things are.
And I can find food if we need it.
Yep.
I mean, there's plenty of
What time of
fish
the
in
day
the
is it?
river.
Like,
It's
how long did that take? All of that take?
it's getting to probably would be about like lunchtime, so about 1 o'clock.
So past
Okay.
noonish.
And this is the same day that we got the mission at the village and everything, right?
As far as you can tell, yes.
Get back into town. They're like, you've been gone for months.
Just get back to. I was like, what? We didn't want you saving it. Like, we didn't ask you to do that. It's like 200 years later or something.
Right.
Oh, great. We've been isekai.
I'm gonna walk up the river towards, or down the river, whatever, towards my stuff.
Yep. So I'm guessing you're all walking down the river towards your stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll
Yes.
go down, grab our stuff.
Yeah. You guys need to start speaking up more because, as I told the other group, I'm not just going to assume that you're all just walking together. It's like if you don't say anything, your character's going to stand there doing nothing.
Okay.
So, yeah, you all are going to start walking down the river towards your stuff. Atelier kind of like shows you in the general direct like idea of where your stuff is, and as you get there, you remember where your stuff is. You collect all your stuff, and you seem to be fine after that. You guys heading back to the town now?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
How is Sierra doing?
That's
She seems to be sleeping in the Knight's arms.
Aw.
all right. I'm gonna head towards the town. Or, I'm sorry, Atelia. Could you point us towards town now?
Absolutely, it's this way. And she's gonna start walking towards town.
I will follow.
Yep, so you guys like retrace your steps a little bit across the beach before the town comes back into view. And you guys seem to like walk back into town. And on the edge of the town, like not trying to be obvious, you can see the like captain of the guard, like kind of like standing at the edge of town, waiting for you guys to come back.
As we approach,
I
step
guess I
forward
approach.
and say, "Hey, we're looking for this, I think."
I'm just gonna turn to my knight companion and say, "You can handle this, right? I don't need to deal with this anymore."
And look at you and goes, well, unless you want to get paid, then well, unless you don't want to get paid, then no, you don't have to handle it.
Well, you can just take my share and give it to me later or whatever.
Okay. He kind of looks a little annoyed by it, but kind of like nods. Um,
So as we walk up, I turned to him and said, "I believe you were looking for this."
the captain of the guard look at the lady. He goes, oh, so she's safe?
Yes, she's safe and alive, though she's in need of help.
Yeah, as soon as you said is she needs help, it's just well, so as you said, help. Like you can see a little bit of concern in his face, and just says, "Well, thank you for that. Bring her to the town hall, and the mayor will help you with like how like whatever you, like the reward is. It's just post haste, please." And you see him immediately start to like walk over towards the town hall.
I will follow and gesture for the night guy that's carrying her to follow.
Well, since my knight companion is handling it, I'm just gonna split off and go to the marketplace to kill time. And possibly buy food.
Okay.
Yep.
I wonder what
That's
kind
a
of
job
food.
well done. It's lunchtime, so I might as well buy some grilled eels or something.
I knew it.
The grilled eel shop is still open. There seems to be a lot more like market stalls open now that it is kind of like that lunchtime, so they're like ready to give out food if needed.
Yay!
Atelia's gonna go with like Horden to the town hall.
Yep.
Jericho will also follow
Okay.
because his patience is still there.
As you guys walk into the town hall, the knight kind of like walks in and lays down the lady on like one of the benches nearby, and kind of like sits down next to her, sort of thing, and looks up at the captain, going, so, like, this is how it happened. We found some merfolk in there. She was chained up, a bit battered. We've done what we can to heal her, and now we've brought her back. The captain of the guard kind of like just nods and walks into the back to go and fetch the mayor.
Well, your wife is returned, and I hope in an approvable state.
The mayor kind of like looks her over and has like a bit of shock on his face as he does like notice that she is sleeping at the moment. And looks up at you guys, a little confused, and like kind of like just almost like as if like shakes his head as if to like shrug it off before he'd pull out like his little gold purse and just look at you. Yes, yes. So how does 20 gold each sound for this?
I'm gonna brighten up, and 20 gold each. Sounds pretty equitable. Don't forget the other two, the one that you didn't have in with us.
Okay. He'd kind of just nod and looks around at you guys. You guys missing someone? Thought you had
Yes,
a
that's what I'm
bigger
talking
group
about.
than
The
us.
others.
Yeah. Well, as as he does that, he's handing out like and gives each of you like 20 gold. Um, and you can see like the knight takes one of the like 20 gold for Aeolus, but then like kind of like refuses the other 20 gold.
And I'll perk up and oh yes, yes, yes. I'll make sure that they get it. Not a problem.
The knight would look over you. That was my 20 gold. This one's for Aeolus.
Oh, I thought you said that you gave the knight his 20 and then her 20.
No, so Aeolus got he's taking Aeolus's gold. He's refusing his own.
Oh, okay, okay. I was trying to say that there was one extra person into the group with the whole thing. I don't know if I said it clearly enough.
Trying to swindle some gold.
Yes.
If that's the case, yeah. Don't.
I was just trying to do so stealthily.
You should probably
Uh,
roll or something for that if you really have to.
Yeah, that's
Um,
and I was waiting to see what he would say.
As that has happened, you see the mayor kind of like walk towards like the back of the hall now, kind of like talking with his brother, like quietly to themselves. And while they're talking, um, Erie, while you are going around and you find your favorite grilled eel store, you feel something bump against your leg. And as you do, and turn to see what bumped you, you see this little person in this kind of like almost fine leather suit in like a top hat. As Leon, would you like to introduce your character?
Hello, I play Merkrin Sparksteel, a gnome artificer. He is very eccentric. There carries a little bit of everything in his backpack, including the kitchen sink. As he bumps into Air the Slag, he looks up and goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't quite see you there." And he lifts his goggles up, which look like they have fallen onto his face, and he rests it on his forehead before they slide back down again. God's damn this thing. Uh, uh, I'm sorry. Can you tell me what town I'm in? I don't quite know where I am.
You bumped into my leg? I thought you were a cat.
Well, for
Nose
50
are
gold
pretty
pieces,
short.
I'll be whatever you want me to be.
Why are you so short?
Well, I'm very angry, so I'm very close to hell.
Ah, okay. What place were you looking for? I'm not from here either, so.
Do you know what this town is?
The name of this town?
Yes, please.
See me.
Seameet. Yes, it's the town of Seameet. It's by a shore, if you haven't noticed.
Sea
Close
meat.
Yes. Well, there's lots of sea meat. I don't know how it's spelled, but there's a lot of sea meat.
CAMEET.
It is in room 1.
That wasn't. I was trying to. I
Oh,
didn't mean I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying that
That
it's
was my
in there for
mistake.
him
I
to
apologize.
write it down.
Yes, but there's lots of sea-based meat in this place. That might be why it's called sea meat.
Yeah.
I'm just here to get some food. So, yep. Anyway,
Get some sea meat at sea meat.
Humans are terrible at naming their towns. Fascinating. Ah, where?
I mean, at least you know what to find here.
I can't say anything to that. Touche. You win. Ah. And at this point, Merkin would look at the owner of the stand that um, Airless was looking at, and he goes, "What food do you have here?" He's just got a look like on his face that he's just in utter disbelief that someone would name a town Sea Meat under the impression that it's like meat, like the food. I love your notes, Ari. I love the nom nom nom.
Thank you.
Okay. So as you guys are kind of like getting together and I guess messing around in the markets, you'd see the like we'll go back into the town hall as you'd see the captain of the guard kind of like almost storming out of the town hall as if like in a bit of a hurry, and you'd see the mayor walk over and politely ask the knight to carry um, his wife into his office. Of course, the knight politely agrees and helps carry the knight into the office and that. What are the rest of you doing?
Jericho will follow the knight and explain to the mayor further medical instructions. Make sure not to move her too much. Let her rest plenty of time.
So,
Her arms still need a bit to heal.
might have missed it. Were we able to swindle him or no?
No,
Was I able to swindle him?
no.
Making sure.
the mayor just kind of like nods, like as if he's like, I guess he's like nodding to show that he is paying attention when he's not really. He's like just more focused on his wife now being laid down in his office.
I'm gonna head towards the market and grab something to eat.
Okay.
Atelia is going to like count the gold she received just to make sure, and then
20 gold in that.
and then she pockets it and then walks out, but sort of just stops outside the door and just kind of looks around as if she's not sure where she wants to go at the moment.
Okay. As
I'm gonna look back on my way to the market, see Atilia waiting back, looking confused, and be like, "Come on, then, darling. Let's get something to eat. Celebrate a bit. We did on a job well done." Then keep walking.
Oh no, I'm fine. I'd rather not walk in that. And she points to the crowd that's amassing.
What do you like, then, dear? I'll meet you in the pub and I'll bring it to you.
Pub. You think pub's the last place I want to be too?
Well, then, darling, best of luck to you. I'm gonna walk towards the market.
in Jericho.
Oh, did Jericho and the knight leave the town hall?
I mean, the knight's just about to leave. I'm just wondering what you're doing.
Oh yeah, I'm also leaving with the knight towards the town.
Okay. So yep, the
Towards
knight.
wherever Eolus is.
Yep. So as the knight walks out, he walks over towards the markets. He kind of like walks up and hands Ellis her 20 gold. Looks down at little gnome and says, "Oh, so you got a new little friend here."
Friend? I guess he's not a cat, but I guess you could call him a friend.
He looks using a cat.
Well, I mean, he's about the same height as a cat. Is there something wrong with that?
He'd look a little bit in disbelief and just look down to you. Oh yes, pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. Is she your friend? Is this one of your friends?
Oh, yeah, suppose you can say that. I've been tasked to protect her.
Well, I would highly recommend that you tell her that when she's in a hole, she should not dig further.
I
What kind of
mean,
cats do you know? Like he just looks up at Aerith, like, what? Where do you come from? Where cats look anything like me?
Well, I don't really look at it. Um,
Take your time. I have all the time in the
uh,
world for this answer.
I mean, they like cats like brushing up against legs and stuff, and that's kind of it. Okay. Note to self: don't dig myself into holes.
Okay. As this is happening, what are you wanting? Like, what are you wanting to buy there? Horde?
I mean, I was just gonna go grab like a flask of wine and then some food. I don't know, pork on a stick, something like that.
Well, this is a sea town, so it's mostly just like seafood around here. You can normally tell there is like this one wine market stall there.
Okay, try and find me some fish on a stick then. It's
Yep.
off towards the direction of the wine market.
Well, as you look around, there doesn't really seem to be any fish on a stick or anything, but there seems to be like these like small little well, like seem to be like bowls full of like little bite-sized fish pieces. You even find like one of them where there's this like fish that's like the size of like a swordfish that's like getting descaled, and then eventually like getting cut into these pieces. There's like other stalls which have like these little what seem to be these like tropical looking fish, like having like yellow and like red stripes on it, and they're like slowly getting descaled as well, and it's just like this big rush of like people trying to get food and the market like stall people like trying to keep up with it.
Rainbow fish. Gotta have something that's flashy as I am.
So you're gonna go for that tropical fish?
But now,
Okay.
the ones that you said were different colors and everything.
Yeah, the tropical fish, the ones that like yellow and red.
Yep.
Okay. As you walk up to them, it doesn't seem there's too many people like going to this stall. And as you walk up to them, the guy at the stalls are going, yes, how may I help you? You looking for one of these?
Something to eat. Had a good day and wanted to celebrate.
You'd nod, and as you'd reach under his marker stall, and he'd pull out like a what? It's like a like wooden bowl, which and like the fish is like set in what seems to be like this banana leaf. And as he puts it down onto the table, he'll just look at you. Yep, so that'll just be 1 gold for one of these.
1 whole gold. Can I? I'll just go ahead and cut the meat. Can I like bargain with him or anything? Do I need to roll?
You can try.
Okay. What do I need to roll?
You'd need a roll for persuasion.
Okay. 18.
I mean, no matter what you rolled, you probably would have beat him. He got a natural 1.
Oh, yeah. I guess so. All right. Well, I'm gonna haggle him
But
down as much as possible.
we'll start haggling. Like, what? How did you want to try and haggle down his price?
1 whole gold for a little bit of meat? Please, that's more than most of these people make in a lifetime. Don't tell me that meat's that good.
It's tropical fish. It's not something you see around here rarely. I get special fishing boat to like catch me these and bring them right here.
Nonsense. I saw these fish, exact same fish, 3 stalls down.
He look at you confused and a little irritated, going, "Ugh, don't tell me he's getting into my business again." Hey, look at you going, fine, I suppose for like you, and thank you for putting that out as well. I'll reduce the price to 7 silver.
Excellent. Sounds good. And walk off towards the or the tavern, whatever that I was at earlier.
Yep. You walk off towards the tavern and that. In Jericho?
I guess he'll also make his way to the tavern.
You're not going to get any food or anything?
No.
Okay. You go and follow Horden.
Yes.
Natalia, where are you walking off to?
He's getting ready to basically leave town.
Okay.
She got what she wanted, and then even some extra. So she's checking her equipment and making sure everything is good to go.
Yep. Airless and Sparksteel.
I'm just finding a place to sit and eat while I figure out what the knight wants to do next, because I can't exactly abandon him.
Okay.
I want to find oil.
Yep.
Fine,
So
turn.
you're going. Yep. As you're going to go and look around the market and see if you can find any oil. Well, as you're walking around and trying to look to find some oil, sorry, I'm just trying to find something in chat, but I just can't find it right now. You like walk for a few stalls and you just see nothing but food stalls for a bit. But as you get towards like the end of the markets, you finally find the vendor you're looking for, which seems to sell like a bunch of different like items a magician would need.
Perfect. Wonderful. Love that. Pack on the floor and stand on it so I can so my arms can actually reach over the counter.
Okay.
Yes, hello. Do you sell oil?
And you can see the like guy say, sitting behind the stall, like he seems to be reading a book and like lowers the book to look at you. Yes, I do believe so. May I ask why?
And of course. Landish to want oil for a lantern?
He'd raise his eyebrow a little bit. This is not a normal place to fill up lanterns. This oil is quite special, so not your everyday oil.
And I require a refill. And your stall was the first one I saw that had oil. Do you not want to sell me oil?
He closes his book a little irritated and places it down and stands up. As he'd reach in and pulls out this jar that almost fills up like almost fills up his palm, placing it down onto his onto the like desk, and looks over at you guys. Oh, well, looks over at you. Is this the oil you seek? And as you look at the oil, it seems to have this like almost like purplish glow to it.
I do have proficiency in uh, alchemist supplies. Can I make a check, a proficiency check on that, or a tool check on that?
Yeah, you can if you want.
I rolled a 17. Uh,
Upon closer inspection of the oil, it does seem like oil, but doesn't look like your ordinary oil would. But you can't quite tell from what you tried to check it for, of what it actually is.
from? And where does this oil come from? He says as he gets really close to it and eyes it.
The storekeeper will kind of like sigh a little bit. That oil is for wizards to write in their books, so their spells would work.
Kind of like when he hears that, he just kind of goes limp on the stall on the counter for a hot second, and he goes, "So you don't have oil for a lantern?"
No, I don't have that sort of oil. If you want that sort of oil, there's a shop just down that way. As you like kind of like point behind him, and you just see this one like building behind him that has like 5 different signs on it, which have like all this really fancy writing in like all these different languages.
Exasperated sigh, he goes, "That would have been so helpful if you just said that in the beginning when I asked for oil for my lantern. Thank
You
you."
asked if I had any oil. You didn't ask if anyone else had any oil.
And yet you didn't say you didn't. You just put a jar in front of me.
Is this the inconvenience store or something?
Apparently it is.
Ask for oil, they give you ink.
Sea meat, where all of your requests are inconvenienced. I love this place. And he like picks up his backpack and goes to that stall.
And it wasn't a stall; it's an actual building. So
This one, yes, I love it.
yeah. So as you walk off to that building and walk inside, this place just seems to be like a convenience store. And as you walk up closer towards it, um, you see that on like the signs, you notice a couple of languages you actually understand, and it reads Mercedes merchandise.
It's the good shit.
Mercedes merchandise.
Yes.
And is this the kind of store that you can actually see like the wares and goods on display?
Yeah, it's just like your general store and that. So, like everything is on display, but there's like it doesn't seem to be any way that like anyone can just come walk in and steal it. Like you would be able to like be seen stealing it, sort of thing.
No, it's all right. I'll look for oil. I want oils so badly.
Yep. As you walk around, then it doesn't take you long to actually spot out the oil. And as you walk across there, there's like a whole bunch of different like size jars and everything that you want for oil. So, how much like oil are you looking for?
Flask of oil, please. And also, do you have a burlap sack?
He'd look at you confused, like tilting his head a little bit, as you'd see like a slender man standing behind the standing behind like the counter. As you'd see this little like chest kind of like resting on his lap in front of him, sort of thing, and says, "Yeah, hold on a second. I'll just go and get one out the back. It's a bit weird of a request, but I guess it works." He'd put the chest onto the counter as he'd walk into like the back. After like a few seconds, he'd walk back out with this burlap sack.
What's so bad about wanting to put my oil in a bag?
You should already have a bag, shouldn't you?
I have a
Don't you
backpack,
have
but
a
it's
big
full of
backpack
things.
too?
Oil breaks.
Doesn't it usually go in a jar? Or am I?
All right, look, if I'm gonna put oil straight in a bag, I got more problems.
Okay, let me just search this up.
I believe
Okay.
it's like 2 silver pieces and a single copper piece for the sack.
Well, I was looking at the oil, but yeah. So as you walk up and place the oil on the counter, he places the bag down beside you. Feel free to take the bag. I don't need it to have too many anyway.
Oh, wonderful! Thank you very much. How much would this all cost?
Just 1 silver.
I'm perfectly happy with that. And I'll put a single gold piece down, because that's all I have.
So how I like to do things is, you like your total coins is equal to like how much gold you start off with, but you'd also have different pieces here and there. So
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll put down a single silver piece, and then take my
I was gonna
sack
ask,
and
how much
oil.
did we start with?
What did you say?
I mean to interrupt. Sorry, I was just gonna ask, how much did we start with?
it depends on your background. So
I just
usually it's 10 gold, sometimes it's 20 gold. I think there's like one background which makes you start off with 5, and then there's a couple backgrounds that make you start off with 0.
I think I had 25. I just went with whatever the sheet gave me.
Yeah, so
So
like it depends on your background. So if you have a noble background, you'll be paid more than if you had someone who started off as like a soldier or something.
Okay.
So what background do you have?
I mean,
Yeah.
gotta remember.
Yeah, like my background only starts off
Only one.
starts me off with 5 gold pieces.
Would you have the entertainer background?
No, the background I chose was haunted one.
Haunted one. Uh, says you start off with 1 silver piece, maybe. Let's see if it actually says anything else though. Nope. Equipment, you get a Monsters Hunters Pack 1 trick of special significance. Also gain a set of common clothes and 1 silver piece.
Alright.
So apparently you started off with 1 silver piece. Okay. Well, as you pack up everything, you'd see the like storekeeper, as he'd pick up the silver, he'd pick up the little chest and put it on his lap again before he'd put like the silver piece like under something under the counter. So what's everyone else up to? Well, actually, you guys want to take a quick break? I go get something to drink and go to the toilet if needed.
I don't need
Anyway,
to.
what's up, everybody?
I am hungry, so yes, I would like a break.
Yeah, so we'll meet back here in like about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Sound good?
That's good, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll still be here. I'll still be streaming. So,
Yeah. I'm just gonna hang out too.
Company, Harry.
I'll be here if you guys have any questions. It's just if you guys need a break, it's like just taking a pause in the roleplay, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're good. It's cool to take a break. Just saying, I'm good.
Merkrin, Ari,
What?
a cat.
Look, something bumped into my leg. The first thing I thought of was, oh, it's a cat. Is that a cat?
I mean,
And then
he's
I
much
turned,
taller than a cat.
and then I turned around and saw you. Well, the way you said it, like something bumps into my leg.
Yeah, it's just he's not tall enough to really bump into your like waist or anything like that. He's probably like almost the size of your leg anyway. So
Yeah, I'm like 3 foot something. Like a cat.
It's the first thing that popped in my head. It's like, oh, something bumped into my leg. Either it's a pickpocket or a cat.
honestly, I'm just gonna use that against you now. Like some point in the campaign, it's like something bumps against you. Like as you turn around, it's a baby dragon.
Ah, great.
My character is 101 centimeters tall.
Yeah, I don't think that goes up to my legs.
Yeah, that's
There's a bit
cat height.
more than that. Big cat.
You're cutting in and out, bro.
So you would be 3 foot 3 inches, like just shy of 3 foot 4.
Yeah. So yeah, 3 foot 4.
I'm gonna quickly go grab a sandwich, so I'll be right
Mhm.
back.
Just I like watching you draw, Ari. It's been a while since I've seen you draw.
It's very rare for me to do any drawing. So, yeah. I hope this is nice, though. I hope it looks nice.
Oh, I like how my character has like 1,000-yard stare, which is very apt.
I'm not exactly an expert at drawing faces.
It's okay.
Does it look like 1,000 yards? It looks more like a crazy look to me because of the grin. Weird grin.
I like it. I think it fits my character. Honestly, when I first made him, I thought like, oh yeah, he's gonna be really nice and helpful, and you just made him real sarcastic. So I appreciate that.
And maybe it's a stereotype or something, but it's like when I think of someone with a cigar in their mouth, I kind of think of the face that J. Jonah Jameson does, like in that Spider-Man movie.
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
So there's a little bit of J.K. Simmons in this.
Honestly, that's high honor.
For me, it's the mustache that sells it. Like, you see a man with a mustache and a cigar, you know he means business.
Only serious business here. I just like that I asked, like, okay, So remember what I said earlier? I'm dumb. I have 2 brain cells.
Mhm.
Did I say that I wanted oil for my lantern, or did I ask for like wizard ink?
Oil for a lantern.
Yeah, I was a little confused about that.
That entire interaction just left my character like, oh, I think I need to take a hit to my intelligence there. That shit was funny. Sorry, that poop was funny. What program are you using to draw, Ari?
This is an open source program called Krita, Krita, and yeah, it's mainly geared towards painting. I'm using a graphics tablet. I'm also taking my notes in it. So there's something nice about handwritten notes, I think. But yeah,
I like it. I like how plus 20 gold reward.
yes.
I like how it's plus 20 gold reward.
Well, they're not the most structured set of notes.
In my notepad, I in my notepad I put in all caps, got 20 gold, 3 exclamation marks.
Is the town is the town named Sea Meat or Sea Meat? Nom nom nom. Best notes.
The whole time I was out there, my cat was just staring at me. You better give me attention before you go back in there.
Did you tell him to F off?
No, I just kept staring at him back. Didn't even give him attention.
Staring is also giving attention. Like, that's egging them on.
Well, my cat knows if he wants attention, he has to meow, and the whole time I was out there, he did meow once.
One of my cats just headbutts me.
No works too. How's everyone's week been so far?
Could be worse, could be better.
A work week, so this is my week.
Just not too bad. Just been trying to a new like stream schedule, new time, seeing how that works out.
Is it still snowing there?
I am back. Hello.
Literally yesterday, it was sunny and there was no sign of snow. And today it looks like this.
What's the weather look like on your end?
In Australia?
Do you want us know?
Raining with a chance of meatballs?
It's starting to rain a bit more often. Temperature's starting to drop.
It's been raining the last couple of days.
Yeah. I haven't checked that cyclone up north though. We're probably getting rain because of that.
I mean, it's not too bad here. It's just mostly like grey clouds with the occasional blue patches.
Yeah.
Harry, the way you said that you haven't checked on that cyclone up north just sounds like you just every once in a while just go up north and check on your neighbor, the cyclone. Just like the level of casuality you said it with.
It's just a cyclone.
It's just a cyclone.
You say it's just a cyclone, but I don't get them up here, so for us it's terrifying.
I mean, I get blizzards, but
I mean, we don't get them all the time, but like we get like the occasional one that passes by like every few years or so.
We get like the tail end, and it's just like really heavy wind and rain, but not like enough to, damage anything.
The summer thunderstorms are worse, honestly, rather than a cyclone.
I mean, even earthquakes. Like we get an earthquake like once every decade or something, and it's not even big. It's just a minor. Oh, look, a rumble. It's like a big tractor trailer driving by kind of thing.
when I was growing up, I grew up in Florida. So it's a miracle that I survived. But I grew up in Florida, and every summer we'd always get hurricanes. And it was funny because sometimes the hurricanes would just be, a rainstorm. And other times there'd be houses that were just straight up upside down by the time the hurricane was over. And we really never had an idea of which it was going to be. Sure, they have categories 1 through 5, tropical storms, things like that. But I've seen entire trees get uprooted on like tropical storms, but then trees planted in the same exact place or even just like 10 feet down would be perfectly fine and standing upright like nothing happened on a category 5 hurricane. So, you know what? Severity does not equal, is not equivalent to its rating. That being said, it's always hilarious whenever you see like category 5 winds and Florida man is just outside, in a flag with like a flag of some kind, just walking towards the store, walking to the store to buy cigarettes in the middle of a hurricane. They know no fear.
Just wait till you see the bogans in Australia in the middle of a storm.
Harry, record that for me and send it to me.
Bogans. Record what?
I was like, he was saying, like he used to live in Florida and how people in Florida would just be going down to the shop in the middle of like a tropical storm buying cigarettes. I just said, just wait till you see a bogan in the middle of a storm.
Yeah.
I mean, I completely relate to that. I've definitely gone out in the middle of a tornado to get cigarettes.
I can't even like judge anyone because so now that I live up north, I get blizzards, and I've straight up like gone out in a blizzards with like 3 feet of snow to go to the 7-Eleven like 5 blocks down. I wanted a hot dog. It's bad. Don't be like me. Anyone who's
I got
watching these
4
streams,
things here.
don't be like me. Stay home. Be safe.
So yeah,
Listen,
anyone
I got
who's
more than just
watching,
Cirrus when I went, but yeah.
so anyone who's watching these streams, just like look at us, see how we live our lives, and just don't live like that.
I have two
Yeah.
brain cells. Don't ever take advice from me.
Good idea.
Okay. Is everyone ready to continue?
Is there?
Is everyone here?
I'm here. I just got a bit of yogurt.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. So, as you guys are, I guess, just doing your things around the town, Natalia,
Yep.
as you are, I guess, walking away from the town, you notice something off in the far distance.
Like something moving or.
I'll get you to roll perception.
Dun, dun, dun.
Really? I mean, that's not bad still. That's 12.
Okay.
It was almost a 19, and then it rolled off my dice rolling mat. And
Okay. As you are trying to make out what is coming towards you, it does seem to be getting closer and closer. And as it does get closer, it starts to like take form to what you're looking at. And at first you just see this big red like being kind of like flying towards you. And as you get closer and closer, you start noticing some horns and scales on it.
good thing you said scales, because I swear to God, I was going to be like, if it's a minotaur.
A flying minotaur?
I wouldn't put it past him.
I mean, that's kind of like the fantasy equivalent of when pigs fly. You know, I'll do this when minotaurs
I mean,
start flapping
in
wings
the other
or something.
campaign, I made a Minotaur assassin.
See that?
Okay.
Wait, you did?
You don't remember the Minotaur assassin?
I remember a Minotaur, but I didn't know he was an assassin.
It was the one that Raven fought and then technically died to.
Oh, those guys. I had
Yeah, it was the
Minotaurs
the
fought
Minotaur assassin is
our
what
people.
it was. The Minotaur assassin is what took Raven down in the first place.
And then Berhard helped.
And then Bernhardt killed him. Yep. And then our druid cast Cure Wounds, not forgetting, or quote unquote forgetting he was a vampire on his final death save.
So that was how it went down.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
So,
as you're now looking at, from what you can clearly tell now, is this big red dragon flying towards the town.
Oh.
Are we Skyrim now? I probably shouldn't make that joke. It's like,
A,
Skyrim will be a big black dragon.
still, it's a dragon.
a red dragon.
So, what would you like to do, Italia? You know, it's this big red flying dragon flying towards the town.
Does it look like it's like raring to attack or just fly by?
Well, on your roll of 12, it's a bit hard to tell from this distance. Like, it's as far as you can tell, like probably about like 200 feet away.
So close.
Yeah.
Hmm. Where is my? I'm just trying to look at something here. This is right. We got the good old Player's Handbook. Where is it? All right, now like the big question is like, because I now know it's a dragon, from what I know of dragons, because they are my favorite enemy, does it look like it's raring to attack?
It looks like it's flying at the moment, but from what you can tell, it does look angry.
Hmm. Does like
I met up with my knight companion now. Like, I'm just happily going about doing my thing and chilling. Everyone's chilling, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
as far as you can tell, nothing's really happening. Like the only reason why I tell you could see it because she was leaving town and she just happened to be moving in that direction.
Ah, okay.
I look back towards the town. Does it seem like any of the guards notice this dragon coming at them, or do they just seem normal?
They just seem normal because, as far as you can tell, there's like one guard, like kind of like patrolling on like one side, which is the beach, and then there's like another guard who's like standing outside of like the barracks area, just kind of like minding his own business.
Huh. Let me guess. One of those is 10 days from retirement.
Ugh.
All right. No, I do not have any thing in my inventory to set out a warning to the whole town apart from my own two legs and my voice. So yeah, I'm going to run back into the town screaming bloody murder, but the words that come out of my mouth are dragon.
Okay. As that is happening, one of the guards, like the guard who's kind of like just minding his own business, suddenly just like jumps, almost dropping his spear from it, looking over, and as soon as he like kind of stares at it, everyone within the town just hears that loud shrieking roar coming from the direction of the dragon.
Can
I'm going to begin looting. Thank you very much.
can anyone else see it at this point, or do we only have
Well,
Atelia's screams to rely on?
you heard the dragon just screech out loud,
Ah,
and
right.
from that direction, you can see the dragon now flying towards you.
That's not good.
Say it, Aries. Say it's not good.
Dude, we're level 1.
How big is it? Like, can I see it at this point?
You can see it, yes. It's about 250-ish feet away from you at the moment. And it's big enough that, like, you can probably fit, like, about 6 buildings, like, normal size houses underneath it.
Okay. What is everyone else doing? I'm kind of, I don't know what to do.
Have I reached the tavern yet?
You're outside of the tavern when this creature comes out.
And
Like,
this
you're right
he's how
outside of
far
it.
out from the city?
He's about 250 feet away from the city at the moment.
So he's getting close to landing.
Yes.
Am I anywhere near where he's about to land?
Not really, no.
If you say you're gonna order a pint, I'm gonna laugh at it.
Oh, trust me, I'm turning it over in my head. Or he's turning it over in his head. Alright, I'm gonna huff and under my breath say, "Damn it, mother, it's always right as I'm about to get a drink, isn't it?" Take off running towards it.
And Jericho follows because I think he was there too.
Yeah, you're following him.
Nice.
So,
So you're both running off into the tavern?
hmm,
While this is happening, you can see that the knight kind of like is looking at the dragon and has his hand on like the hilt of his blade.
well, I'm standing next to my knight companion, right? It's like, so I'm just gonna say, like, what can we do? Can we fight it? What is that?
It's a cat.
I mean, cat doesn't look cuddly. It doesn't. It does not look cuddly.
As you ask him that, he kind of looks at you and you can just see like the face of just terror on him. Is like, that is a dragon.
Let me know when I get there.
Should we run? Can we fight it?
He'd look at you and just says, I don't know, honestly. And yeah, by the time you and like Horton and Jericho would have gotten into the tavern as well. Sparksteel, you recently just left that like that store. So what are you wanting to do now after hearing that dragon shriek?
What does the person behind the counter look like right now?
He's kind of just sitting there, looking down at the mimic on his like lap, kind of like just petting it slowly, and just kind of like as if whispering a prayer at the moment.
I'm gonna just real quick cast prestidigitation and like put my hand on the counter and then slowly lift it up, and a little candle will pop up. Will like manifest under my hand, and I'll light it and say, "There you go, for your prayer." And I will make my way out of the store and make my way to the tavern as quickly as I can.
Hmm. As you are on your way to the tavern, I would get you to make a dexterity save. And same with you, Atelia, and also Airless.
Dexterity save, you said?
Yeah.
Dexterity. Dexterity. Do I just press this? Dexterity. Just a dexterity roll?
Yep. So
I
roll
got
for
an 8.
dexterity. Well, it's a dexterity save, but yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay. Spark Steel.
On my end,
How much?
Say that number again.
17, 1-7
17. Okay. And Atelia?
plus my dex.
Nat 20.
What is up with your dice?
So 26 in total.
Okay. So as you guys look back, as there's this giant gust of wind, the dragon seems to be landing right outside of the town. Both Sparksteel and also Airless go flying. The knight seems to be standing his ground, and it's as if like the wind didn't even like budge Atelia.
Cool swing.
So basically, this dragon is like, if I was running back towards the town and yelled at the guard, it's technically right in front of me.
You would have run back into the town, so it's like just outside of the town, so it's like pretty much like right behind you.
Hmm. Did you say that the guards were knocked over, or were they?
The guard that was patrolling the back of the town was a bit too far away to be knocked down by it, but the guard that was you're kind of like rushing towards was definitely knocked down.
So it just landed outside of town and just standing there.
It's kind of like as it like lands, you hear this deep low growl, but it just seems to like be scanning the town at the moment. As you'd, I guess I could you do a perception roll, Antelia?
Oof, that's 9.
As you kind of like look at the dragon behind you, you notice this like kind of like this black, I guess, figure kind of like drop from its back and like lands onto the ground like beside it. And as you take a closer look, it's like this person in this pitch black dark armor, pretty much like emerging from it, standing about the average height as a normal human, as he'd start to walk towards the town.
Wait. He just appears?
No, he's coming from the dragon's back.
Or so some
The dragon.
guy jumped off the dragons. Okay.
And flew in on the dragon.
To make an entrance.
I'm going to ready my bow, but not like, not point it at him, at this person. Just knock an arrow and.
Well, as you go to knock for it, I'll get you, Airless, and Sparksteel to do a wisdom saving throw.
It's magic.
wisdom saving throw.
Is this a saving throw against magic?
No.
Just a wisdom throw?
Yeah, it's just a wisdom
Uh,
saving throw. So it's your d20 plus your wisdom saving throw modifier.
Oh wait, that's not
Rolled a natural 20 for a 23 total.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
16.
So, Sparksteel and Airless seem to get up. Don't seem to be really affected as Atelier actually takes a closer look at the dragon. Before she can knock the arrow, her body just starts to shake all over as you become frightened. And while this is happening, the guy in the black armor kind of just walks up towards you, Atelier, looks down at you. Tell me, do you know where the mayor is?
Even though she's shaking and it's obvious, she's gonna try to point the bow at this guy. Who's asking?
I am. And he starts walking towards the town hall. Are you wanting to do anything as he starts walking towards the town hall? Or are you just going to watch?
At this point, she's probably too terrified to move.
Okay. Well, this is happening. Ellis, the knight, is helping you up off the ground.
Cool.
Sparksteel, what are you doing?
So you said when the dragon landed earlier that I went flying, right?
Not like flying as in taking completely off the ground. You like flew back from the gust of wind and landed on your back.
Damn it! I was ready with something funny. Okay, it's okay. I'm going to try and get up, keeping the dragon in view. I don't care about the guy in black. Fuck that guy. Sorry. Forget that guy. I'm not the mayor. But the dragon is a significantly bigger threat. What are the chances if that dragon decides to just breathe fire on the town? What are the chances that we're gonna get out okay?
0.
I mean, I'm not sure if your character would know that or not, so because I'm not sure how much you'd just go into studying dragons.
Nah, he doesn't study dragons. So he'll just go by legend. We're all gonna die. I'm gonna slowly, steadily make my way towards the tavern. If I pass by Airlease and Atelia, I'm going to just little by little like pull them in the direction of the tavern. I don't want anyone outside.
So Airless is right now over towards the markets, which is pretty much like on the opposite side of side of town from the tavern. And Atelia's on the outskirts of town when the tavern's like in the middle of the town.
Okay, then you're on your own, Atelia. But Airless, I assume she's close because we interacted not too long ago, and we're both in the market.
I mean, yeah, but after you started running, it's like the town, so it's like the markets where Airless is at the moment is like right on the edge of town, and
Uh-huh.
then pretty much like right next to it is where the like general store is where you went, and then probably about like 5 buildings into the town is where the excuse me, where the tavern is.
Okay. Then, regardless, I'll still make my way towards the tavern. I feel like that might be the safest place because it would probably have the most people.
Yep.
I'll still make my way. If I happen to cross paths with anyone, I'll try to like bring them closer to the tavern. Like,
The
no one
only
should be outside right now.
the only people you come into contact with is Jericho and Horden, who's inside of the tavern.
Wonderful then.
No, I said I was running towards the dragon.
Oh, you're running towards the dragon. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever I saw the dragon, I cussed mother and then took off running towards the dragon.
Oh, I thought you said to the tavern. Okay. So Jericho, you're still
no,
following
yeah.
Horden then?
Yes.
So you want to run towards the dragon as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you two are starting to run towards the dragon, and you do see this black figure walk out from being on top of the dragon, and now is walking towards the like town hall. As you could just see like Levia kind of just like standing there, completely frightened by the
Wrong
black
character.
figure.
Levia?
You said Levy.
Italia, not
I'm gonna
Levia.
go-
I said Italia. It might have cut out when I said but okay.
No, you legit said Levia. It didn't cut out.
Ah,
I heard it too.
okay.
as,
But if that means if you
as
two
I'm
are
gonna-
running towards the dragon as well, I'll get you two to do the wisdom saving throw as well.
That's a
17.
5.
Okay. As you both are running towards the dragon, you suddenly feel the like I guess need for running to just like kind of like stop as your whole body just starts shaking in like the presence of this dragon. As
Yeah, we're
feel
charging
frightened
a
as
dragon.
well.
What am I doing? Am I still?
You're
of-
right now in the markets. If you want to go do something, you can. You can see that the knight is like walking towards the town hall.
Do I see the figure in dark armor? Black armor?
Yeah, you can see him walking towards the town hall.
And I know that he wants the mayor. Do I?
No.
Or oh, I don't.
The most you saw was like Italia pointing towards the town hall, and now you just see the black figure walking towards the town hall.
Hmm.
I never pointed to the town hall.
Where did you point to then?
At him. I pointed the bow at him and said, "Who's asking?" And he said, "Me." And then he walked by her.
Ah, okay. I thought you said you pointed to the town hall. Never mind.
No, I pointed at the bow at him. Very terrifying. Like, I was afraid, but
Yep. So then, yeah, you don't see that. You kind of see Italia try and look menacing.
So
Yeah.
since I don't know what he's doing, I guess I'll like the knight's trying to get in the guy's path as well, right? So
As far as you can tell, you can just see the knight heading in the same direction that the guy in the black armor is walking.
has the dragon done anything actually hostile yet? Or
It's
did it
just
just
pretty much
fall and
just-
land?
It's just landed there, looking around, just like snarling menacingly as a dragon would.
So there hasn't really been any hostile action from any of them yet.
No.
So I guess I'll just follow the knight sort of and try to approach the dark figure and say, "What are you doing?" You know,
Are you asking the knight or the dark figure?
how close am I to the dark figure?
He's probably about 80 feet away from you.
Uh, I guess I'll yell it to the knights, like, "What are you doing?" It's
The
like, why is
knight kind of like looks back at you and kind of just like look, still pretty like still has that frightened look on his face and just says, this is no friend. I'm just seeing what he's doing here."
friend? Uh, but from my point of view, all he did was have a scary entrance.
He'd look at you and just like a little choked up when he's talking. He's like, "Yeah, but if he wanted to, he could burn this whole place to the ground."
I think my instincts say to like hide or something like that. But
He'd
hmm.
he'd look at like, are you saying that in character or are you just thinking that?
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah.
I think my instincts tell me to run and hide or something like that. But the knights are kind of going towards the dark figure trying to do something. And am I? Is there anyone near this guy in dark armor? Like, who's closest? Is me and the knight the person who's closest at the moment to the dark figure?
He's kind of like in between both Atelier and the knight at the moment, like kind of like evenly.
Well, I guess I might as well try to approach this person and yell out, who are you? Who are you? What are you doing?
He'd take a quick look at you and just like yells at you, "My quarrel is not with you. Just tell me where the mayor is."
There's you didn't need to be so extravagant with this. I don't think I'd say it like that. There are better ways than this grand entrance. You get the idea, right? It's like there's a better way to do this than to have a grand entrance like this. Why are you doing it like this?
He'd continue walking and like kind of like stops like as the knight is like standing in front of him now. As he look over at you, "What would you prefer if I burn the whole town to the ground and just look through the ashes?"
A simple door knocking would have also worked.
"What do you think I'm trying to do?" As that is happening, the knight kind of like unsheaths his blade like that little tiny bit, so it's not really locked in his scabbard anymore. As he'd look up and I ask, "What are you doing here? There's nothing here for you." And with that, the guy in like black armor goes, "Quiet, Knight of Frost. My quarrel is not with you, but I can make it if you must." And with that, he kind of just starts walking like past the like around the knight.
Is it like super windy and everything, or because of the
No,
dragon being around, or
it seems to have settled down after the dragon has landed, like as if all the air has just been pushed away from it landing.
I think I'm just gonna stare in disbelief at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
As
not sure how to react.
as that is happening, the knight, like you see the black armored figure walk inside of the town hall, and the knight would walk up to you as he'd point over towards the tavern. "I'd suggest you go and hide in there quickly."
Okay. I. But what about you?
He look at you and just says, "You don't need to worry about me. It's not like you have already."
Uh. I'm kind of just hesitant standing there
As
because this
he
is a
just
bit of
sees
a
you
shock.
standing there, he just look at you going, "Look, my job is to keep you safe, and right now the safest place is in that tavern. So I suggest you go moving there right away."
Okay, I'm just gonna nod quietly and run off. And then maybe in the tavern I have an anxiety attack or something. Because I don't think I've ever seen a dragon before in that kind of entrance.
Well, apparently the only person who's seen a dragon before is Italia.
Which, by the way, she's kind of, even though she's terrified, she's focusing right now on the dragon, not wanting to move.
Well, I'll get like, so right now there's three of you who are kind of like feared at the moment. I'll get you all to do another wisdom saving throw to see if you break out of it or not.
God, I rolled 17 last time. I gotta roll.
Who's affected?
Jericho, Horden, and Italia.
Roll a 14.
That's a 7.
That is an unnatural 20.
What is up with your rolls?
I even switched dice, too, to save them, but I guess I'm just lucky today.
But I'm not affected by fear, right? So I'm mostly just
No.
feeling confused.
Well,
at what's going
you'll
on.
be you can be struck with fear. You're just not frightened from the dragon with its, I guess, like
Oh, right.
ability. If we're metagaming in that way.
Fair enough.
Is this town surrounded by, like, stone walls? Or is it, like, just open?
Open city.
Yeah.
Seed.
What do I see in the tavern?
So, as you look around the tavern, you just probably see like what would be the whole of, or at least most of the populace of the town, kind of like just huddling under tables or like huddling together and that sort of thing. Just everyone with like complete like scared looks on their faces. And you would see Barksteel in there as well.
Is,
Barksteel sitting at the bar.
is everyone all right? I kind of yell into the room.
Everyone's kind of like just in shock at the moment and just trying to think of what's happening and why is it happening, sort of thing, like you'd normally see in this sort of situation.
Hmm.
Okay, so Atella, you are no longer frightened as well. If you, I don't know when I got cut out or not. Horden and Jericho, you're both still frightened. Well, you guys are still assessing the situation. You see the guy in black armor walk back out, his blade unsheathed, with some blood dripping from the blade. Anything you guys want to do?
Atelia's still focusing on the dragon itself because, you know, one wrong move, and it could torch us all.
Where's my knight?
The knight's
is
kind of like he's still standing outside of the town hall at the moment.
So he didn't go in after the guy?
No, he isn't in the tavern. No,
He's in the tavern now? Or
no, he isn't.
he isn't?
He's still outside. Oh, yeah, he did technically go into the town hall. Yeah. Yeah, he kind of just like walks out, his sword unsheathed as well, kind of like following the like guy in like black armor, and Atelier as well as Jericho and um like Atelier, Jericho, and Horden. You all see that there's like there seems to be like a discussion going on between the knight and the guy in the black armor.
Can I hear it?
Roll for perception.
I can't hear it.
Can I hear it?
Roll for perception.
Okay, I rolled a 6, so probably no.
I'm going to
Every single
assume.
time I always think, like every single time I see someone roll like a low perception roll to try and hear something, I just immediately think of like Sims talk. Like that's all you can hear.
I'm just going to assume that I'm too far away to hear it. Like I could see them, but I'm too far away to hear what they're saying.
You're about the same distance from Jericho and Horden at the moment, so you can roll to see if you can hear it if you want.
All right.
What if they sound like the adults from Charlie Brown? Or Peanuts, it's called Peanuts.
That is a 14.
You manage to hear some words which you can make out little bits here and there, but it's still a bit hard to hear. But as far as you can make out from the words, it's just like the knight's pretty pissed off with what the black guy in black armor's just done, and the from last thing you heard was the Black Knight pretty much just like saying, "Oh, I guess my quarrel's with you," and with that he digs his blade straight into the knight's gut.
No! Do I see this?
No.
Yeah,
I
you
see
see
this.
it.
Yeah, I just scream out, no!
I thought Airless was in the tavern.
Is
Yeah.
there a window?
There is still a clear view from the tavern all the way through to there.
Okay.
Like she can see this confrontation happening.
Is it like a
tavern
rabbit?
to that conversation? I'm sorry,
Pardon?
Jerry. What's the distance from the tavern to where that conversation's happening?
You wouldn't have been able to hear anything, but you can see it happening.
I don't want to hear. I just want to know the distance, like mechanically. What's the distance?
It's about 100-ish feet away.
All right, no, that's all I wanted to know. I apologize for interrupting, Ari. You can keep going.
There's nothing else to say. I just yell out loudly, no! Because I'm looking out the window or something at what's going on.
As the knight kind of like gets stabbed in the gut sort of thing, he like kind of like collapses a little bit. You can see him cough up a little bit of blood as the guy in black armor starts, I guess, like walking over towards the tavern now.
The tavern?
Yes.
Can I move in the spooked state?
Roll to see if you break out of it. And same with you, Horden.
That's 14.
Ordered.
Hello?
Sorry, I got distracted. I was talking to somebody real quick. I apologize. Like the last 20 seconds.
So just roll for wisdom save to see if you break out of it, like out of the
Okay.
frightened state.
18.
You both are still in the frightened state.
God damn it.
As you see the guy, I guess, like walking towards the tavern, suddenly you'd see like this, like almost purple glow starting to surround him as he just suddenly disappear, like just pretty much like right in front of your eyes, just
Oh,
suddenly
just
just
like that.
disappears.
I was gonna ask. It's like I was gonna run up to him. I run out and try to run to where he was.
Yep. So as
But
you
he's
run up to
gone?
where, yep, he's completely gone. As you walk up, you just see like a little bit of like this, I guess, like burnt patch, like of grass of where he was standing. And as you look around, you can see a similar effect happening to the dragon at the moment. It takes a little bit longer because he is slightly larger, but eventually his whole body gets covered and the dragon just suddenly disappears.
I look around at the dragon in confusion a bit, but then I just run up to the knight and check if he's okay.
As you start to run up to the knight, you notice that something's a little bit different as he walks up, as he's still like holding his gut from being stabbed, but the end of his sword, the ruby on like the end of it, has recently been broken.
Huh.
And
Well,
while you like run up to him, you can see his body start to glow purple.
It's glowing. His body's glowing purple.
Yes, same as what the knight and the dragon.
Can I follow Ari out of the tavern and make my way towards the knight?
If you want.
I will then. I'll do with some hustle. Get there quickly.
I'm
Okay.
just gonna run up to the knight and grab him, and I don't care if he's glowing or something. I just want to try to start checking if he's okay. I don't care about the sword or the broken thing. So
Yep,
I'm
as you start to check around like his wounds, you can see the stab wound went straight through his gut and penetrated all the way through to the other side of him.
That's not
And
good.
as he's doing that, he kind of like whispers into ear, "It was my job to protect you, and I failed." As that happened, he
okay
just
then.
disappears.
So like I was holding on to him though.
Yeah, he
He just
disappears within your
disappears
arms.
out of my hands, in my arms.
Yep.
Is there anything left behind?
Only his sword that's still stuck in the ground.
I'm kind of just lost at the moment. I'm like, what? The, no! I yell at the sky or something in a big dramatic way.
Okay. What are you doing, Leon?
I was just looking at this display, like the dramatic no, like I'll let her have this. Can I? While he was turning purple, can I roll Arcana on that?
Yep.
A 15 total. I rolled an 8 with a +7.
As you can, like, as you take a look at him, as far as you can tell, it is a teleportation spell that does take a lot of magic to use.
Do I understand that as well? Or should I roll? Or
You have to roll for Arcana for that.
okay. Because I'm checking him and everything, so
Yep.
18.
Yep, so you pretty much understand the same thing. He was using a teleportation spell that does use a lot of magic.
But he was also dying.
And that he was.
Is it? You said it uses a lot of magic, and he had to teleport a dragon himself and a +1. Is it possible to discern the general distance of where he could go? If this requires a lot of magic, and he had to teleport a whole ass dragon, I don't imagine he's going to go very far.
As unless you know exactly what he used to teleport or how he like what spell he used to teleport, then you don't know how far he could go.
Where the knight was standing, maybe he used a component, there's a residue on the ground, something that could give me a clue.
Well, the only thing that looks like might have helped him is the ruby on the sword is now broken.
Yeah, can I assess the ruby?
Yep,
See
go
if
ahead.
there was something maybe inside it, or anything like that.
Yep, make an Arcana check.
26. I rolled a 19 +7.
So as you take a look at it, it seems that this ruby was imbued with magic, and from what you can tell from what was left, the magic used in it is like does have to deal with the teleportation spell.
I'm there as well. Like, he just took, his sword. So I kind of just like ask, what are you doing?
Maybe that was on top of the sword. Had to do something with the spell that the knight cast, or the man in the black armor cast. I'm trying to see if maybe I can decipher where they went using the clues present.
So he really did teleport away.
So I thought it was obvious.
Well, he was dying.
The knight
So-
wasn't the one who teleported. It was the man in black who teleported, and I believe he took the knight with him.
Why would he take him? Was it
You
just
tell
an
me.
accident?
You tell me. What do you know about him?
Wait, where's this jewel? Is it like part of the sword itself, or was it like?
It's on the like end of the hilt of the sword, and now
So-
it's like kind of like broken and like fractured onto the ground now.
So the jewel was originally part of the sword,
Yes.
and it was broke. Okay, but yeah, I don't know. His job was just to protect me while I went around doing stuff. I don't really know what he was supposed to do, or what he can do.
Anything, family, friends, where he came from.
I just knew him as the night guy. I can't even remember his name half the time.
And who assigned this knight to you?
How should I know?
Man meets you on the road, says he's going to protect you, and you say, okay.
Well, from where I'm from, there was always someone watching over me, especially if I left. And that was all, that was just how it was. I didn't really know much more than that. No one ever told me.
Symbols on them, a coat of arms, maybe some kind of iconography to dictate a higher order. I need you to think.
Do I know anything?
Um,
Like you said, he was just in armor. And that's it.
so the armor he was wearing did have a like kind of like light blue cloth on the front that had a symbol of a frozen flame on it.
So I just share that info.
Can I roll history to see if I know any like knight orders that have a frozen blade as their symbol?
Frozen flame, but yeah,
Frozen plane or frozen blade?
flame, FLAME.
May I roll history on that?
Yep.
12?
It seems vaguely familiar from what you can remember. It's just kind of hard to pinpoint what you can remember at this point. You definitely recognize it though.
I've seen that before, at least. Where have I? And he like knocks himself on the side of the head, trying to figure it out. Later, later. Can I ritual cast identify on the sword and the ruby as well? I know you said the magic is gone, but if it did hold something, then can the identify spell tell me anything more?
I'm gonna quickly look it up. Identify.
Yeah, if it's a magic item or other magic imbued object, you learn its properties and how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, how many charges it has, if any. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item, what they are, and if the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Yep. Okay. So yep, you'll sit down and start doing identify. We'll give this chance as the dragon is now gone, so anyone who's frightened is no longer frightened.
Yeah, I'll do a ritual cast, so it'll take time. So
Yeah.
you can go to other people and leave me alone for a while.
Yep. So what's everyone else doing?
After the dragon disappears, Atelia is gonna like stand there for a little bit as you know the whole thing with the when they were talking was happening, and then she's going to walk back and go into the town hall because that's where the knight came from.
Yep. So you're walking into the town hall?
Yeah.
As you walk inside, you can see the captain of the guard is laying on the ground with a pierce wound in his gut as well. And you can just see like the mayor like sitting in like the back of like the town hall with like his face completely white.
Do I see Sierra around as well?
No, because Sierra was taken into the back office.
I'm going to check to see if the I guess that's the mayor's brother, I'm assuming, that's lying on the ground.
Yes.
I'm going to see if maybe he's alive. Is he breathing?
As you walk up to him, he's breathing is like pretty soft at the moment, and it seems like he's pretty close to dying at the moment.
And the mayor doesn't seem like he has any wounds on him?
No, the mayor seems like he hasn't been touched at all.
So yeah, after giving a quick glance at the mayor, she's going to face the door and yell out, "We need a healer in here." As loud as she can. So anyone can hear. Or hopefully.
So we're out of the spooked state now.
Yes, because the dragon's now gone.
Okay, nice. Do I hear that? The yelling.
Yes. Yes, you do.
Then I run towards the town hall as fast as I can.
Same.
Okay. As you both run into the town hall, you see what Atelier has seen with a guy laying on the ground, pretty much like covering his wound on his gut, and the mayor in the back, like as if he's just seen a ghost.
Jericho rushes over to the wounded man. And would Cure Wounds do anything? Because it's like the only thing I can do.
Yes, cure wounds would seal up the wound and give him some health.
Nice, then I will do that.
Atelia's gonna
Okay.
back away to let him do his work. And then start looking around for Sierra.
Also, you don't have to always use cure wounds as well to heal people. You do have your medicine checks as well.
Oh, I do. I can do that.
Yes.
Would
Like, do you
that
have any
do
kits
more
on your
technically?
character?
Um,
I'm pretty sure I got your character still. Yep, Jericho. There we go. Artisans tools, no. What
Think
background
it-
did you have again? Folk hero. Okay.
yes.
No, you don't have any actual packs that you can use at the moment. Though you do have proficiency in herbalism.
Oh, nice.
So the most you can do right now is like maybe get like a rag or something, and like you can like use that to at least cover up his wound as well, instead of just using cure light wounds. And you can also
Okay,
use
then
your
I will
medical
do
knowledge in
exactly
that.
that. I will use medical knowledge to do medical things.
Okay, roll for medicine.
That's a 21.
Okay. As you do take a look at his wounds and you seem to patch him up, you seem to do a pretty like a good enough job that it stops the bleeding.
Nice. Then after that's like taken care of, sort of, he gets up a little and asks into the room, "What on earth happened here?"
The mayor is just still in complete shock as the captain of the guard on the ground kind of like grips onto you and says lightly, "He was after someone. We don't know who it was though."
You mean that scary man in the black armor?
Yes, him.
That can't be good. And he does this thinking emoji motion.
So just a thinking pose.
Yes.
Atelia would like to like walk up to the mayor and like, do that thing where she's like looking from one side of him and then walks over to like the other side of him and it's like see if he's like scared stiff.
He doesn't seem to react whatsoever. He's just pretty much staring at his brother in complete shock.
She's gonna slap him.
As that happened, he kind of just looked at me. What's happening?
We could ask you that. What happened here?
He looks up at you and just says, "He was after someone. Can't remember their name, but it was after someone, and my brother tried to stop him."
He was asking for you initially.
Yes, he found me and I couldn't help him with what he wanted. So he started to walk out and my brother tried to stop him and now he's down on the ground.
Well, that seems a little odd. Why would you try to stop him if he didn't attack you?
I don't know, my brother's one of those helpful types.
Telia's gonna look over at Jericho and ask, "Is he gonna make it?"
I don't know, is he? Can I roll for that?
You've done a good enough job that he stopped the bleeding, so he has a pretty good chance of surviving, yes.
Okay. Yes, I think he will make it.
And with that, I need to bring up the spells again. So identify would have been done by now.
Yeah, it only takes like 10 minutes.
Well, it says casting time is 1 minute, so
But that's for the casting time. I was ritual casting it, so it takes the time it normally takes plus 10 minutes.
okay. Well, as you use identify, it was like the sword didn't seem to be a magic item and neither did the ruby, it just seemed to be imbued with a magic. It seemed to just like how you use it is you break the ruby on the edge of the sword. Didn't require any attunement and has one charge because once it breaks, it's over. And I don't
Asked,
think
what's your teleport?
I'm trying to think because uh, okay. Oh, I've only got one teleport on here. Okay. 'Cause I know there is one teleport on here. I don't know. So it seemed to be like imbued with a like something similar to the teleport spell. It just seemed to be like enhanced in a way that you don't know about.
How big is the sword?
Sword's a long sword.
We're taking it.
Okay.
Shouldn't I take it?
Do you want it?
I don't know if. I mean, I can't really use it, but I think I should be the one who holds on to it.
You can hold on to it. I'll make a pommel for it so it doesn't go flying out of your hand when you choose to swing it. I'll make a sheath for it so you can carry it around safely.
So, aside from that, it's just a longsword.
Yep.
So I should write this down as just a longsword.
Yeah, it's just a normal longsword.
The thing that made it special is no longer around.
I mean, it's like special with how it's made. Like it's got special engravings on it, but it's like those engravings aren't anything magical. It's just all detail.
Okay. Well, I can't understand entirely what spell was used. I know that it's not unlike the teleport spell that more proficient wizards can use, but it's something more? I don't quite know, but whoever the knight in black was either keenly aware of this sword or in his final moments the knight chose to use this ability to remove the man in black armor and the dragon away from the town at the cost of himself. Those are the only two scenarios I can see actually happening.
Could it also have just been a fluke? Like the man in black did the teleport and it somehow spread to him?
I mean, it's not impossible, but I feel that that is the most unlikely case. Your knight was most likely aware of what his sword was capable of doing, and he probably used this magic to keep the town safe. More specifically, to keep you safe.
That's some powerful magic.
Very. I would like to know more about it.
Hmm.
But we should probably keep that sword because you are most likely going to want to find him, and that sword is distinct. It could help us. Sparksteel will look towards the others in the group that are nearby and goes, and what about you lot? Are you okay? Are you well? Are you hurt?
So you've gone in like towards the town hall then?
Or closer to us? Too far from where
Not
we are?
really. The other group members are inside the town hall at the moment. They're not like you're technically like outside of the town hall, like a little bit to the side.
I'll yell out so they can hear me. Because like I don't I'm pretty sure I could see them going into the town hall, so I don't mind yelling out for them to see it. For them to hear me.
Yep. So 3 in the town hall.
In the town hall right now?
Warden, Atelier, and Jericho.
I'll let the three of them and whoever else is around, asking if they're okay and all that.
We have a mystery on our hands, don't we?
Everything's okay in here. We're just a little scared.
Is anyone dead in there? The silence is not reassuring.
Don't think so?
Okay.
I believe our doctor got here just in time.
Jericho yells back, everything's fine in here. Or everything seems to be fine in here.
So what happens now? Wait, hold on. And Sparkseal is just gonna start walking towards the town hall, like to the room where everyone's in. I assume it's just like the main entrance
Yeah,
because he's getting tired of yelling across the
Yeah.
field.
me too. It's like there's a mystery. Something happened in the town hall. I don't know what's going on in there from my perspective. So there's a puzzle to figure out.
As you guys walk in, you can see like Jericho tending to the captain, Horden kind of like spectating over it all. Ateli is like standing, or I guess kneeling down next to a recently like awoken mayor from being in shock.
Require assistance, doctor.
Oh, I didn't understand that question. Like, audibly. What
Do
do you
you
say?
require any assistance?
Oh, I don't know, do I require assistance?
I mean, you're the one patching it up, but you can try and make a medicine check to see if there's anything else you need to do.
Oh yes, I will do that.
Okay.
Nice. I love medicine.
Action to give her advantage.
Okay, so you get advantage on your roll.
And that's 22.
Okay. As far as you can tell, you've done a pretty good job. Like the most that's really happening to it is he's just feeling a bit uncomfortable at the moment, and there's just the pain going through him.
I think we're good for now. Don't worry. I say to who just asked for to be assistants. Oh, it was you.
Alright, well, doctor. Now I'll leave you to your work.
Mhm. With
Can I
that,
do just like a normal knowledge roll, see if I know anything about the guy?
about the guy in the black armor,
Yep.
go for it.
$19.
So from your time going around from like tavern to tavern, you do remember this rumor of a dragon rider going around from town to town, but you only know the rumor.
So I just know that he goes town to town.
Yep. You don't know much about his physical description or anything like that. You just know that there's a dragon rider going around from town to town.
Okay.
Is there any potential knowledge that might have been going around as far as a, big red dragon going around?
Are you gonna ask? Are you gonna go for a knowledge check?
Yeah. Specifically about the
Yeah,
dragon
go for it.
itself.
Yep, go for it.
That is just intelligence, right?
Yep.
Nice. Ooh. Nat 20.
Again,
Okay.
there's something wrong with your dice.
Something right with my dice. Of course, it helps again because it was an intelligence check on about the dragon specifically, so I had advantage on that. But
So, from what you can remember, a fellow like ranger friend you met like a couple months back told you about a dragon that's been flying in and out of the like Northeast Kingdom.
Northeast Kingdom, would that jog my memory on the iconography that the knight was wearing?
I mean, Atelier, I'm pretty sure didn't say anything out loud, so
no. My next thing I was going to say before he spoke was that I relay that information to the group.
No. If you didn't speak, then I don't want to metagame. My mistake on that.
No, I was legit about to say that I was going to relay it to the group.
Would that jog my memory?
no, not really.
Okay.
I was just trying to find the map again of the world. I just couldn't find it. Can't find it.
Oh, that's a raid on my stream. Hello. Hello, Artifact. Hello. It's a little bit awkward because we've been playing for about 3 hours now, so we're actually about to. Are we wrapping up, or are we going to go for like an extra half hour or something?
I mean, I'll have to end soon because I've got
Yeah.
dinner, but like I was just pretty much finishing this small little segment up. So
Yes. So yes, apologies for that.
yeah. So from what you guys can remember though, is in the Northeast Kingdom, it is the known as the kingdom hidden within the trees.
Known as what now?
The kingdom hidden in the trees.
Is that where we'll find Naruto?
As the village hidden in the
No,
leaves,
no,
not the
yes.
trees.
Same thing. Trees have leaves.
Yeah. So what are the rest of you guys doing now? Like you guys have just seen a couple of guys like the mayor's in shock, the guy's just been like healed up. Anything else you guys want to do in the town hall?
Well, the town isn't burning, so I can't commence looting. So I'm good for now.
I find it like
Jericho will pat the guard on the head because he's been such a good little boy and didn't cry during medical procedures. I think
Okay.
he didn't, right?
No, he didn't need any more medical procedures, no.
Nice.
What did you want to do, Horden?
go get a drink.
Alright. So as Horden walks away to get a drink, we'll end the session.
Okay.
That was fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think Coleman's
Next.
heart was just racing that whole time, like going, "Are we gonna fight a dragon? Are we gonna fight a dragon?"
Yeah, that's why I was like, dude, we're level 1. What are you doing?
Completely ignoring the person who jumped off. and started menacingly going towards the town hall.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie. My whole game plan was all around thaumaturgy and running up and just make myself sound big and scary.
Like,
I mean, that probably would have ended in your downfall, but
one wrong move and we could have all died.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I was gonna yell in a booming voice in Infernal.
I honestly thought y'all were gonna fight the dragon.
Well, my initial thought was that, the dragon was by itself, and I was going to, talk with it, because I know Draconic. But then, this dude jumps off the dragon. It's like, oh, he's not alone. The dragon is not here because it, quote-unquote, wants to be. It's here because it brought this dude.
I thought it was something a little bit different and a bit of a plot twist to add to you guys in the campaign and give you like at least something to look forward to.
Kind of terrifying, though.
Ugh.
I mean,
Need to go to
Corbin
bed.
and Clavel, though, I would totally not kill you guys at level 1.
But
Yeah,
we
why
didn't get a
don't you
level
then?
up. We didn't get a level up after clearing that cave either.
You haven't had a long rest yet.
Oh, right.
We're gonna long rest right now. No, but I mean, I've had DMs that have thrown a beholder at a level 1 party.
Yeah,
The long rest comes after the drink.
I mean, one of my friends who's a longtime DM had a moment where it's like a tavern where adventurers come to like find information. And so one of the players went down into the basement of the tavern, and as soon as he went down there, all he saw was his beholder. The beholder was actually just like a illusion that the barkeep keeps down there to stop thieves from breaking in.
You know what would have made that just 100 times better? If the beholder was the barkeep.
I mean, I have something going on in the other campaign, which I think you would like, Leon. Which I can't
What's that?
really talk about at the moment.
It's all good. I'm looking forward to it. I'll try to pop in and listen.
I'm scared now.
Oh, it's nothing too bad, trust me. But after we finish this discussion thing, we can hop into room 2 and I can tell you.
Sure. Not right now. I really am dying.
What could be worse? What could be worse than you giving us like the deck of many things?
Oh God, no! Please.
Oh, I've already given them the deck of many things.
All right. Good night, y'all. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. Hope you have a good day. Good nights.
Yeah, see most of you
Well, y'all
next
take it easy,
fortnight.
You'll have so much fun.
Next session is what? April 2nd, is it?
Should be 14 days from now.
Probably.
14.
Boop, boop. Yes, April 2nd.
It's going to be April 3rd for Australia. Oh, yeah, April 3rd for Australians.
No, it's April 2nd for Australia.
All right, there's 31st, 31 days. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
31 days in March.
So it's the first in American time zones.
Well, for me, it'll be technically the 2nd, but it'll be in the morning. It'll be 2 in the morning on April 2nd.
Yay! It's your
Damn,
fault for
one day
joining us.
earlier. One day earlier, and it would have been the perfect session.
April Fool's session? I mean, it's the April 2nd is Good Friday.
Oh,
True.
is it?
At least here it is.
Always on Friday.
Good Friday, and then Easter Sunday is that weekend.
Ah,
Hmm.
I don't keep track of Easter. So.
Yeah, because Easter's always on the first week of April.
Not always. Sometimes it's in March.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, we've had
Always
there.
like April in Australia.
Yeah, for here we sometimes have it in March. It's weird. Easter's weird.
Isn't it
I mean,
related to the seasons?
the original like idea behind Easter was like wasn't like the birth of Jesus and that.
The
So
action,
technically it should just be one day.
yeah, it's like the actual day he was born or something.
Or didn't he
Yeah.
get out of the cave with the boulder or something?
I'm pretty sure it's complicated.
There
No.
was
Never mind,
something with a
Christmas
cave.
is when Jesus was born. Easter is when Jesus died on the cross.
Oh no. Not
Because that's why
Jesus.
it's hot cross buns. Because there's a cross on there which signifies like Jesus like dying on the cross and like the reborn thing and everything.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I had no idea.
But no, I looked ahead. Like next year in April 22nd for us, Easter is on the 17th of April.
The only thing
Okay.
I know about hot cross buns is that I can't get them for 1 a penny or 2 a penny.
That was like made ages ago when things were 1 penny and 2
I
pennies.
know. I'm trying to make a joke. Don't ruin it. Okay. Anyway, it's time to close the stream.
It
So,
is, yep.
yes.
Mm.
Thank you, everyone, for watching and stuff like that. See you in 2 weeks for D&D, or well, if you want to see me play games. I do stream normally, so be sure to see
Bye,
me
stream
on.
people.
Yeah. Yes. Bye bye. Bye bye.
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 Yeah.